Thank you for joining us today to review Tiffany's customer journey map through ethics. Just a quick overview about our customer. Tiffany is part of the Bachelor of Commerce segment and majors in marketing and consumer insights. Tiffany first became aware of ethics in marketing, CSR, and sustainability by word of mouth from her tutor Con, and started completing her own research on ethics through assessments and lectures. Through this, she identified 3 philosophies of ethics: that's consequentialism, deontology, and virtue ethics. As Tiffany progressed into the consideration stage, she began to consider the different theories. The first theory is consequentialism, deeming an outcome morally right irrespective of how it was done, which suggested that an action was right as long as the overall consequence produced the greatest good for the greatest number. The second theory is deontology, which in contrast focuses on right actions as opposed to overall consequences and must conform to moral norms. Deontology proposes an action can be deemed morally wrong despite how good the consequence is. Lastly, Tiffany considered the third theory, virtue ethics, developed by Aristotle and other ancient Greeks, largely focused on an individual's character and defines good as ones that display virtuous character such as courage, loyalty, or wisdom. After Tiffany considered all the possible theories, she reached the evaluation stage. Here in the evaluation stage, Tiffany began to evaluate ethics with marketing, CSR, and sustainability in mind, since these were critical components in her life. We found that the evaluation phase was a pain point for our customer Tiffany. It was problematic choosing the right philosophy, since all 3 products had their advantages and disadvantages. So we dive a little deeper into how Tiffany evaluated the product range. Tiffany found that marketing, CSR, and sustainability could have deontological or consequentialist features. She thought that marketing could be seen as a consequentialist approach if businesses solely viewed marketing as a financial gain by influencing consumers to buy their products, particularly when brands recreate a new need for the product, such as Listerine, where bad breath wasn't perceived as a medical condition up until marketing transformed this. So influencing customer buying choices can be seen as a consequentialist view. Now, on the other hand, marketing can be perceived as a good thing by providing personalized services or to offer a variety of goods and services in order to improve the quality of life for a customer. Tiffany also saw that CSR could debatably be either ethical theory, whether companies participate in CSR due to true virtue with the honest intent to contribute positive social welfare, or if their goal is to only build positive publicity in order to gain better credibility for higher profits. Tiffany again saw competing ethical approaches for sustainability. For example, a consequentialist view sees that limiting developing countries' consumption of fossil fuels can lead to more sustainable generations, yet this may hinder the developing country itself from developing. Whereas a deontological view will see the developing country in a worse off position, thereby define the rule of ethical actions. The emerging trend for sustainability has steered many businesses to adopt sustainable practices in modern business. And as consumers become more environmentally conscious, Tiffany reflects on whether organizations genuinely have an interest to preserve resources for future generations, or if they are doing it just to follow a trend. The controversial perspectives emphasize how there is no right answer. After an extensive evaluation of the different ethical perspectives, Tiffany finally reaches the end of the customer journey map, the advocacy stage, where she will advocate and apply ethical philosophies in practice. Tiffany believes that different contexts would require different approaches. For example, as an entry-level marketing specialist, Tiffany would strive to employ the virtual ethics by individually championing core values such as good temper, courage, and generosity. As a future marketing manager, Tiffany would uphold a deontological viewpoint, as she believes the mental and emotional well-being of her team is paramount. By comparison, a consequentialist approach could equally apply by focusing on a corporate target. As a future marketing director, if Tiffany was required to address a redundant or underperforming team impacting other teams, she would take a consequentialist path and choose to let them go. Most importantly, Tiffany strongly believes that there is no one-size-fits-all philosophy that can be applied throughout her future career. That concludes our meeting for today. We hope this can assist with informing future marketing decisions.